Andrew's just off out now, moving a bit of muck from the livery yard to the other farm. When it starts to dry up a bit or gets frosty again, hopefully we can get that muck spread, because that's going on ground that's for beans. I've got a meeting in the house on Zoom for the next few hours, so we'll try and keep the video interesting even though I'll be on a meeting. Dave's just making himself a pad to sit on with the digger, so when we bring the ship around we can see better into the trough of it, the intake. And he's going to try and get some of that pile through today. The ship has got some nice new parts on it, new teeth, so hopefully it'll go through fairly easily. That's the chip that we had coming in yesterday. That's coming in all day as well. When the chipper went wrong the other day, we obviously ended up with bits of chipper, and they're now slowly working their way through the boiler. So we've got one, and look, that piece out then, and there's still another piece stuck inside here. So Rob's just slacking the auger off so we can knock it backwards. This auger here, knock it backwards and get the piece out that's jammed inside with them grips. Rob's going to get the drift in, and I'm going to hit it with this. There we go, that's the offending article. Out now, but just push that motor back in now and screw it back on. So we hammered that auger back that runs right across the bottom of the boiler, carrying the ash out. 7 minutes late for my meeting because of that piece of metal. So there's a lot of chip coming in on the 939 there. Back out of the meeting, quite a long one. Dave's got through most of the pile, which is pretty good because it's about 2 or 3 o'clock now. A lot of the meeting was about changes in the NFU. They basically need to save some money, and they're looking at merging regions together and making our region, that's sort of Cheshire, Lancashire and Cumbria, merging that with Yorkshire and Northumberland, which would mean I think 3.5 hours from one end of the region to the other. The Pennines in the middle, and we won't even mention the War of the Roses. I can't see how they're going to engage better with farmers and members by making the region bigger and removing offices in regions more on the sort of the grassroots. It seems to all be going on at central NFU and not actually consulting with the membership as to what they want to happen with the union going forwards. If they've got to save money, fair enough, but maybe if they delivered more value for money, people might be able to, it could still survive in its current format. It just doesn't seem to be going in the right direction to me, and there's a few others that didn't really agree either. While I was in the meeting, Rob had to then, he took the auger out totally, got some more bits of shrapnel, which is basically chipper parts, out of that bottom auger. We can't understand how all that stuff's missed the magnet on the belt. This phone's rubbish, isn't it? But yeah, it's gone over the belt, missed the magnet, and then ended up in the chip pile and got stuck in that. What a pain. Now got the correct mirror bracket, which is a genuine Merlot one. So we're going to put that onto here, and then that can go back on the machine. Just whiz this off now, Allen keys, spanner, just put this one back on. There we go now, it's better. Just gonna have a little tiny bit of a rant about Tesco. So there's a guy that's supplying potatoes to Tesco and has been on a contract since 2021. Obviously massive inflation in input costs and everything over that time period before the invasion of the Ukraine. And then Tesco have turned around trying to say that farmers have been profiting from the situation, when in fact they're still getting paid what they were paid right back then, and any increase in the shop hasn't made it back to the farm. So he's put this out there. You might have to pause it to read it, but it's bang on, it's perfect. And sort your stuff out, supermarkets. We all know that you make more than anyone, or the people that you buy from in your supply chain have the cream off the job, and we just sell everything wholesale and buy everything retail. We need fair trade for UK farmers. You got fair trade bananas, but how about fair trade for the farmers that are supplying you, because if you keep them in business, it's going to make your supply chains easier going forwards, because once we're all out of business, where are you going to buy from them? And then if there's any disruption, like the Panama Canal getting blocked, anything to do with shipping, things like that, fuel costs rising, shipping costs rising, it's going to then hurt your consumers as well as your profits then when you've got to go further afield to buy your stuff. So look after the British farmers on your doorstep if you can. Anyway, yeah, hope you read that. Got a little, oh, it's gone off. What did happen there? Got a little bit of an issue with the 936 V-1, so we'll have to go, right, so scan to enter OD 1D1OD. We'll Google that now and then book. The first one's low water, but that might because it's on a slope. Anyway, we've got the rest of them up now. We stopped it and started, it's working now, so don't know what them codes were. Right now, a bit loud by the chipper. Ian's written on the birthday bumper, but it's a bit loud at the moment with the chipper running in front of it. It's for him to do, so we'll do it in a minute when the chipper shuts down. But Rob was actually going to stopwatch on his phone from when the chipper was fired up this morning. And it has run pretty much faultlessly all day. I think it's 5 or 6 hours now. And that's why the pile is pretty much gone. You know, when you go to like a factory or a building site or something and they have like number of days since the last injury. Well, we should have something on the whiteboard in the workshop. Number of hours since the chipper last needed a rebuild. Ian says if everyone buys a hoodie tomorrow, he's going to have a shave. Don't forget, if you've not bought your wife or girlfriend one of these and you're making them watch these videos, you should at least buy them a hoodie.
It's all in stock. Everything we ordered that was delayed or whatever else, they're hoping to have everything on sale by the time you're watching this.
There you go. You've heard it here first. They'd make lovely Valentine's gifts, wouldn't they?
They would, yeah.
Don't take them out for a meal. Buy them a nice hoodie in raspberry or blue with pink writing. Joe's just pulled up on the weighbridge. He's bringing some wood chip from somewhere, so let's just see what he says when he walks in, because he won't know I'm filming when he walks in. All right, Joe. Yeah, he's been bringing wood chip from up the road, and they've been loading them off an old railway line with a little digger through a chipper through the back door. And he's got a little video of it, so I'll put that on so you can see what he's been doing. Gone a little bit quieter, apart from the brushes here, that's moving the chipper and Joe's tipping that, but Ian's going to do the birthday bumper back by popular demand.
I've got to take the chocks out.
Oh, he's taking the chocks out of that. Hold on, 2 seconds. Let's have a look at this chip. So that's what our chipper's done today, pretty much. Quite a lot of that pile. And then that little chipper's done about half of this pile, because we were on it yesterday as well. It's a really nice chip. Smells good as well. Higher. Lovely. See every different make a tree, can't you? The yellow ones. Doesn't really show up on the camera, but the yellow stuff, it smells like marzipan. I think it's what are they called? Laurels. When you chip a laurel, it smells like marzipan. Now it's over to Ian with the weather.
Fill me from the back. They've already been pulled from my ball spot.
Go on, we'll fill you from the side.
We've got Laura Archer is 25, Ed Daly is the big 50, Rachel Kelly, happy birthday, Joseph Erasmus is 13, Benjamin Thomas is 31, Reese Mulligan is 25, Shane Breathed is 44. Jim Collins didn't know how old he was. He thought he was 43. He's actually 44. There's a lot of it about Jim. And Nigel Gribble was late yesterday. Happy birthday for yesterday, Nigel. And these kind people here have wished Ollie happy birthday for yesterday. We have raised so far over £24,000. Thank you much. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, thanks to everyone that wished me happy birthday, because there's a few yesterday as well. But yeah, look at that.
This guy. Need more of him.
The Phantom rounder upper. I think he made it up to 24,000. But that is a serious amount of money. What did they say it cost to take off? About 3,000 quid. So I mean, that's, can't do the maths in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that like 6 missions? No, it's not. It's 8 missions. Amazing, thank you. Don't feel like I've done much productive today outside, because obviously we've been messing with the boiler, then I've had a meeting. Now I've got to go and get changed, because we've got a meeting tonight. We've got a crops conference tomorrow, so we're going to meet the speakers tonight. So that is all for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow.